Free food on your Disney World trip would be awesome, wouldn't it? And if you are able to take advantage of free dining for your trip, you can have just that. In this video, I have tips for increasing your odds. Before we dive into today's tips, just a reminder to subscribe on YouTube so you don't miss future videos, and be sure to hit like on the video. Let's dive in to free dining chat. First of all, before I dive into the tips, let me just do a quick overview about free dining and explain that free dining is a promotion that allows you, if you have a Disney World hotel and tickets, to add the dining plan onto that for free. Now you will get the quick service dining plan. Historically, in the last year, this is how it worked anyway. If you book a value or moderate resort, and you'll get the regular dining plan if you book a deluxe. So I want to explain 7 tips about this because availability has been very limited over the years, and so you need all the information you can get ahead of time to increase your odds. Number 1 is that you need to plan to travel to Disney World when free dining is offered, and that usually means the fall. Now, fall at Disney World used to not be super busy. It has changed over the years, but they have kept it in fall. It has occasionally been offered at different times of the year. I actually used free dining once at the end of May, but for the last few years, it has been a fall promotion. So if you're going in July, don't say, hey, can I get free dining for my trip? Because the answer is probably no. And the dates are usually August to December. October has been skipped because October is now busy, and so it is often blacked out because fall breaks have made October much busier than it used to be. But in general, if you're going August, September, part of November, part of December, there is free dining offered usually. At the link in the description, we have all the dates since 2009 that it's been offered, so you can kind of compare your trip dates to the offer dates and see if they match up. So number 1 is just to plan to go when free dining is being offered. Number 2 is that you need to get notified when free dining opens up. If you are waiting for Disney to notify you, you are going to be out of luck, because by the time they say anything, it's usually been available for hours, and that's given lots of people a chance to book it before Disney has ever even mentioned it. The best way is to either subscribe to the WDW Prep School email list or to follow on social media, because my alarm is set in the middle of the night to make sure that I am on top of it. And usually people will say, you're the first person I've seen online to mention it, and that's because I get up and I refresh until I can see that it's been posted. So the best way is to follow on email or social media, or both, so that you know as soon as it opens up. Number 3, I just mentioned my alarm is set for early, and number 3 tip is to get online early. So usually a few days before free dining is announced, we have murmurs that it's going to be coming out, and so you can kind of plan. And my alarm is usually set for about 2 a.m. and I get up and I just keep checking periodically to see when it comes online. And the reason you need to do this is that free dining is very limited. They only allocate a certain number of rooms at the participating resorts, and if you want to get free dining, you're going to have to be early so you can snag one of the rooms that are part of the promotion. Your best bet is going to be booking on computer as opposed to phone, and definitely don't think about calling unless the website is absolutely failing you, because the website opens up, it's open 24/7, and the promotion is available online hours before it is by phone. So get online early and make sure you're at your computer at that time. That is tip number 3. Tip number 4 is, if all of this sounds like too much trouble, you might want to use a travel agent, because it is their job to keep on top of promotions. Now, using a travel agent does not guarantee that you're going to get free dining, because travel agents are still under the restrictions of the promotion. So if your hotel or your dates don't have availability for free dining, then they they're not miracle workers, but they can get up early and they can make sure that they are looking for the promotion for you if you don't want to do it for yourself. Tip number 5 is to go ahead and make resort and dining reservations now, particularly if you're going in early fall. And that is because if you wait till after free dining is announced, dining reservations disappear so fast during free dining promotions, because people want to make sure they're using all their credits. So before it's announced, I would go ahead and make your resort and dining reservation so that you have those locked in. If you end up not going because, you didn't get the promotion that you wanted or you had to change your dates, you can always cancel them, but make sure you have those ahead of time, just in case. Tip number 6 is that once free dining is announced, you might need to make a whole new reservation instead of modifying your existing one. So I just mentioned, go ahead and book a resort reservation. But when it comes time to do free dining, sometimes it's much more difficult to modify an existing reservation than it is to just rebook. And if you do this, I have a couple of ideas or tips for you. One is that it's sometimes very difficult to book a new reservation when you already have one in Disney system because your browser will have cookies set. So you will maybe need to try clearing your cookies in your browser that you use all the time, opening an incognito tab in your browser, or using a whole other browser. The whole idea is that you need to get around that cookie limitation, which Disney has already set on your computer that says what your trip dates are. So open a different browser and you can book a whole new reservation. So another tip related to this is that a lot of people get nervous because they say, well, if I already have a reservation and I book a new one and I cancel my old one, then what happens to all the stuff I've already booked? And the answer is you won't lose your dining reservations that you may have already made, and you will get a refund of everything except for your insurance if you happen to have trip insurance booked through Disney. So it's pretty safe to do it, and it's often much easier to book a whole new reservation. And the last tip, number 7, is that you can actually use free dining after the promotion dates as long as you check in during the promotion dates. So for instance, the free dining promotion often goes through just before Christmas. So let's say it went through December 23rd. As long as you are checked in by December 23rd, you can actually use it for your whole trip. So let's say your trip dates are December 23rd through the 30th. As long as you check in by December 23rd, you will have it for your whole trip. Now, a lot of people ask, well, what if I check in before and then my trip ends during the promotion dates? And the answer to that is it doesn't work like that. You could have 2 different reservations, one for before and one for during the promotion, but that gets a little tricky because then you have a split stay. But in general, if you check in during the promotion, you'll get it throughout your trip. So I hope that is helpful, and best of luck if you're trying to get free dining for your trip. For more information on this, you can click the link in the description. Thanks for watching.